March is coming to an end, so it's time to start planning our bullet journals for April. This is the theme that I did for this year for April. It's all about bunnies and gardens, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you didn't watch my bullet journal setup for April, I'm going to link it down in the description and here in the corner. And I also did a very cozy version of a video in real time with rain sounds. So if that interests you, I'm going to link it down below in the description. April for me is always a month that is related to brightness and spring and happiness and colorful vibes. So I'm going to show you 5 different themes today that are in that vibe, and also 5-page ideas that you can try in your bullet journal. If you like bullet journal videos and are always looking out for ideas to include in your bullet journal, don't forget to subscribe because I do that mostly on my channel. Some of these themes work well in every month, especially this spring type of months like March, April, and May. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoy the themes that I show you and the pages as well. We are going to start simple. This is the theme that I did for July 2022, and it's all about lavenders in the color lilac. In this bullet journal theme, I used 2 washi tapes and a marker. It was a zebra midliner brush pen. And this theme was so nice to do. I love monochromatic themes where you can just take a pen or 2 and do a whole theme around that because it's really easy to set up. And that's what I did for this theme, and I just love it so much. It's a very simple theme. The lavenders are not hard to do, and I highly recommend you to watch my bullet journal setup to know how I drew the lavenders exactly. The bullet journal videos of the pages and themes that I'm showing you in this video are going to be linked down below in the description as always. And if you have any questions about the themes and pages that I'm showing you, feel free to comment down below and to share your bullet journal theme for April as well. But this was the lavender theme that I created for 2022, and this whole theme is very springy but really easy to do in case you want to do flowers but you don't want to draw a lot of things. Next up, I wanted to share with you this September one that I did for last year, and this is all about yellow flowers and a little bit of scrapbooking. I love to create yellow themes in my bullet journal. I don't know what it is. I don't usually use yellow in anything that I use on a daily basis, but for bullet journal themes, yellow, it seems like it's always a good option. So doing yellow flowers or yellow aesthetic, it just suits spring so much. I did this one for September, and I used just a few pens in the shades of orange, a mild yellow and a bright yellow, and it turned out so cute. And I used the washi tape from the washi tape shop for the extra doodles on the pages, so I didn't have to draw anything. It's basically just a yellow scrapbooking theme. This is actually one of my favorite themes for 2024 because it's so bright and so vivid, and it's just perfect for springtime. Next one is one that I did for 2020, and I didn't really like the execution, but I feel like it can inspire you to do a fruit-related theme or even this theme. I did this for August 2020, and it's all about lemons and tiles. At this time, I was doing a 2-color challenge for my monthly themes, and blue and yellow were the chosen colors, and I was like, I can't really think about an idea for yellow and blue, but it would be really cool to contrast both. And so I drew all of these lemons. These are just glued to the page, and I did tiles in the background, and I really like how it turned out, but I don't think the execution was the best. But I really enjoyed the contrast of both colors, and you can do this with strawberries on green or oranges on green, or maybe grapes in blue. There are so many combinations of fruit themes that you can do in different colors that you can match, that maybe you can take this theme as inspiration but do it your own with different fruits and 2 different colors. When I don't really have an idea for a theme, I try to think about a color or 2 colors and do a theme around that. So yeah, this was the theme that I did for August. It's all about lemons and tiles, and it's really fresh for spring as well. Now, if you don't want to choose a single color, but you want to do something very fresh and colorful, you can always do a rainbow collage. I did this for July 2022, and it's one of my favorite themes of all time. Not only because it's all rainbow and every color matches perfectly, but it's also a very simple theme because I just used some images and I glued them down on my bullet journal. And those scrapbooking and collage themes are just super easy to recreate. I remember that this theme was really easy to put together and really fun to do, and all of the pages here were super well thought, and I really like the composition of everything that I think it's something that you could easily do in your bullet journal if you don't have an idea, but you would like to try junk journaling or scrapbooking. And yes, I used a lot of pictures and a lot of stickers, but it turned out super cute. And for the weekly spreads, I did it a little bit on the simple side because it's a weekly spread, it's supposed to be simple to set up. And I really like how it turned out. And this composition here, like the rainbow for the border, it's one of my favorite things that I did for this year, just because it's so fun to look at and so easy to recreate from week to week. So this is another theme that I highly recommend you to try it out. And you can do this with like a rainbow color scheme, but you can also choose just a few colors to do it and create a collage theme for April. And this is one of my popular ones. I did this for August 2021, and it's like a wall decor theme. I don't even know how to call it, but this is supposed to be like a wall and a grid on the wall, and you have a bunch of like art prints and shelves with different things. And this was supposed to be like a grid that you put on the wall and have things attached to it. But I just used a collection from Notebook Therapy and some extra stickers to use on this theme so everything would match together. This was really fun to put together because it was just like a big collage of things, but I had to draw like the grids and plan out where the things were going to be. It's a very springy theme because everything is like related to plants and very colorful, so I really like how it turned out. This is the weekly spread that I was doing, and yeah, this is one of the themes that I kind of recommend for you to try if you want to try something different in your bullet journal and not do a bunch of doodles. Now we're going to move on into some page ideas that I think you should try in every month of the year. Honestly, these are not specifically for April, but I have two here that I did in like 2019. This is one of my oldest bullet journals. And I did on this side my ideal day, and this is something that I look at now, and it's so like different from what I do now in my routine. But I will do this page for sure if I would try to create my ideal day and to have like a perfect routine for my day. I would do this page. You basically do the hours since you wake up until you go to sleep and put the different tasks that you want to do throughout the day, and you try to follow this schedule. This was really fun to do at the time because I was studying and I wanted to like work out more and have like a structure for my routine, especially on the weekends, I think. And this ideal day was like really fun to create. So this is not a page that I would do nowadays, but if I were to plan my ideal day, I would do it for sure. This page is just really fun to do, and sometimes in your bullet journal you should have some fun with the pages. Not everything has to be about productivity or tracking things, so having like an ideal day page in your bullet journal can be a really fun activity. And here on the side I have the when did I last did something page. I ended up recreating this 2 or 3 times after this, but this is basically for those tasks that you don't do every week, that you just do like every other week or once a month, and you would like to track when you actually do them. So instead of having like a huge future log in your bullet journal, because I don't do future logs anymore, as you know, you can have just a page with the months at the top and the weeks down the side, and you just color the square if you did something on that week. So here I was actually tracking a lot of different things, but for example, if I wanted to track when I spend time with friends, at which week I go out with them, I would color the square on the week that I went out with them and see how frequent I'm going out with friends. At the time I was also decluttering the house and tracking where I did a hair mask, and so you can really do this page and change these habits to whatever fits your life. But it's a really fun page to do if you have things that you don't track on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis and want to just see when it was the last time that you did something. The next one is a brain dump, and I actually have a full video explaining what a brain dump page is and how to use it. I'm going to link it here in the corner and down below. But a brain dump is basically a blank page that you have in your bullet journal where you just put all your thoughts and all your random to-dos that you want to get done in a month. So this is a page with no structure, no headlines, anything, no grids, no tables, zero. And Every time that a thought comes to your head or a task comes to your head that you have to do, you just put it in here. It doesn't have to have any structure in your bullet journal. It's just literally a brain dump, something that comes from your brain to your page. And I even put here this quote that says, off your mind down to paper, because this is basically what a brain dump is. You just write things down here without any feeling of this is not pretty, this is not structured, it's not organized. It isn't supposed to be organized. It's just meant to take things out of your head that are bothering you, that you know you need to get done, but you just don't have a specific time frame to do them, and just put them in here and make your life easier. So I highly recommend you to try a brain dump and to watch my video if you want to know more about this page. Next up, it's kind of like a page idea, but also a simplified version of some pages that you see online. I did this for May one time, and it actually changed my life because I did it for April as well, and then for May, and I think I also did it for June. But this is basically a task list with no major decorations, and it's just the entire page for the task list, and the same thing for a workout plan. So if you want to work out more but you don't really have a structure, you don't know how to track it, the best way to do it, the simplest way, is to have the days down the side and to write whatever you did on that day. And for some of here, I put the things that I did, but also my like rest days, and if I was ever feeling like down or bloated and didn't work out, I would write it in here. And this worked out for me really well. Now I do it digitally, but if I needed to go back into tracking my workouts, this is what I would do, because this is really simple, and sometimes simple is better in bullet journaling. And that also comes to this task list, and I did this also for April, and it worked out pretty nicely. And as you can see, like I had a huge to-do list and it fit all in here. If I had done a smaller to-do list section because of like all the doodles that I wanted to do for my team, this would not fit. So sometimes going for the simpler version is better in bullet journal. And the last page is actually something that you can do now at the end of March, just like I did in this theme, but you can also include it in your pages for April already, which is a monthly review and recap. So I now do my monthly recaps in more like a scrapbooking type of aesthetic, but at this time I was actually doing it a bit differently. So I had a square for the good stuff of the month, the bad stuff, and things to improve for the next month, and I would do just like a little journaling section here on the side. And I highly recommend you to do this because it's a page that you can look back into, and it's a page that serves you as a little bit of a journaling page. And it's always good to write and to review your month so you know what you can improve for the next month and what you can do better and do differently for the next month. So this is something that I highly recommend. And for example, March is now coming to an end. And if you look back at your month of March, what did you do right? What did you do wrong? What did you need to improve for April? Do a quick review of the month so your month of April can be even better than what March was. This is a page that I highly recommend if you're into journaling, or if you just want to be more mindful about what you do in your daily life and you want to track it in your bullet journal. I did this for a few months and it's something that really changes how you see life as it is. So yeah, those are all of the pages and themes that I have for you to try in April. Let me know in the comments what different pages are you including in your month of April, and what is your April theme in your bullet journal, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!